So I love the weather. I think it's great. Um, Apparently, I was there 2 very mild years. The years before I got there were pretty harsh winters, from what everyone said. But there's this gray in the winter that's always there. People call it the Oregon sneeze a lot because it doesn't rain like huge heavy raindrops. It's more of a constant mist that's in the air, or a sprinkling type rain. And so you'll go out and you'll be outside, and after a while, your hair will be wet and you'll get wet. But it it wasn't super often that you got the heavy rainstorms. They still happened, and those were so much fun. I love the rain. And so I enjoyed it. But my favorite was the falls, because the falls, in the summers, the skies were clear and it was warm. And the fall brought these clouds that weren't gray, and they're unlike any clouds I've ever seen anywhere else. And they cover the sky. And I was in an area where there were a lot of plains, it was farmland. And you'd have the clouds in the sky, and they'd somewhat block the sun. And during the sunset time, the sky would start to get colorful, but they would like reflect the light down on these fields. And so the sky would be colorful but starting to get dark, and then the fields would be illuminated by this sunlight. And it was, I don't know, I took a lot of pictures of clouds. It was great. It got cold in the winter, especially December. I remember being outside and there was fog in the air, and it was below 32 degrees. And so it was below freezing. You've got fog all around you, and you're cold because of the moisture in the air. I was scared to drive in the rain because I always heard about hydroplaning and I didn't want that to happen. But, no one carries an umbrella. It's rare that you see umbrellas carried, I suppose, at least where I was. And so you just learn to get used to being in the rain. You find out little tricks to keep your copies of the Book of Mormon from getting drenched so that you can hand out a usable copy. But I don't know, I loved the rain. I loved the moisture that was there. And the summers were green, super green, and it was beautiful. And toward the beginning of the summer, you wouldn't want to step in the grass because it would be mushy and muddy, but still green. So I guess that's a little bit of the weather.